So this video is kind of a follow-up video to the last video I made about the old birds. This video is gonna be about the yearly birds, which are 9 in this loft. So we're gonna start at the top left corner of the loft, which is this basket. Don't know a lot about these birds yet, maybe 6 or 7 price top 33% placings. Not an amazing bird, but still one that's worth keeping and looking what he does as a yearly bird. And he's actually a half brother of this one, but he's not nearly as good as him. And then let's go here, down here. This bird is really annoying. He always fights with the one down here. So, but he isn't that great of a bird. We got him off a fellow fancier. He has done a few decent placings, but pretty average bird. Not much special about him. And then the one that's below here, that's actually his hen sitting on it. He must be in the aviary. Yeah, he's right here. Oh, that's not him. That's him right there. That's the guy. He was our best young bird last season. He had about 10 to 12 prize placings. When I say prize placings, I mean that he was in the top 33%, because 1/3 of the birds have prizes, as you could say. I don't know how to explain, but 1/3 has, you know, prizes. And then this bird. This is one of the biggest birds we have left from last year. Actually, his brother was my favorite bird. He was even bigger than he is, but he stayed away during, I believe, one of the first 100-kilometer races, which is very unfortunate, because I thought he was gonna be he was better built than he is, but this one still had a few good placings. That's why we kept him. And he's a pretty solid looking bird as well. And then to go down here, that's an old bird, so we did him in the last video. And then this one. This one is a pretty special story. If I can get it open. Yes. This one didn't have the chance to fly on nest last year. I don't know, he just had trouble building one and finding a mate. But without a nest, he did have a club first placing at the beginning of the season. So that's quite good when he's flying against birds that are on nest. They're wanting to go home for the nest, and he just wants to be home for nothing, you know, but still beat them. So that's pretty nice to me. And he's a very nice color. I really like this color. And I believe he's the son of the gray bird that's in the channel picture, the channel banner picture. I don't know what you should call it, profile picture. That's his son. So I think he's gonna do pretty good, because he didn't have a nest last year and still flew pretty good. So I'm expecting a lot more from him, just because he didn't get to fly on nest. And then this one. That's the cockbird right there. We had another hen against him, but you know, I told you in the last update video she didn't want to lay, so we put an old bird against him. This is just another average bird. Don't know much about him. I believe he's another maybe full bird of another fancier, but I'm not sure. I believe he's half someone else's blood and half ours. But he flew well in the beginning of the season, but then did not fly good at all at the end. But my dad still kept him. I wouldn't have, but you know, there can always be some disagreements. And then this one. This one is a full brother of the one over there. That's in the aviary. But this one is actually a little bit less good because he flies better at the longer distances, the 200Ks and plus, especially the 200K races that have headwinds. He does better than his brother over there. But you know, still one of the better birds of last year. And we had a friend fancier over there that handled all of the pigeons, and he knows the build of the pigeons and the musculature really well. And he said this was the nicest bird on the loft. Even comparing him to him, he said he was nicer. I'm not, you know, musculature doesn't say everything, but he's still a pretty nice bird. And he's that original Belgian coloring. And now we're gonna go up here again. I don't think that might be the hen. I'm not sure. I think that's the hen. I think that's the grey one over there. Let's try to film him. The grey one over there is the cockbird. Again, he's one of the children from the channel profile picture birds. And he didn't get the chance to fly on nests either, but this one is really well shaped, that's why we kept him. Flew only a few prizes, nothing too special. Pretty cool color though, if it will focus. So anyways, let's move down. This is another old bird. This is also another old bird. That's gonna be in the video before this. And then this one. We don't have a lot of birds that are all colored like him. I actually believe that that's his father right there. I'm pretty sure. I'm actually 99% sure that this bird is his father. But this one didn't fly good off nest, but flew really well on nest. He didn't miss a single top 33% placing when he was on nest, so that's always a good sign. He's maybe one of the top 5 birds on this loft at the moment. I would say, now going by everything I'm expecting from these birds in here, I'm gonna say that I'm expecting the most from him in the middle of the screen right there, because he was the best back there with the darker coloring. He was the best young bird, so that's my number 1 expectation wise. Then number 2 is gonna be his brother right there. I'm expecting him to do good as well. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of a wild card. And I'm gonna put this one at number 3. Just because I like the way he acts around the loft and such, so I'm expecting him to fly do good as well. Anyways, this was the video on the yearly birds and what I'm expecting from them, a little showcase. See you guys next time.